before we go any further, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Cause y'all doing a good job of getting me more views, more publicity, and more likes. Make sure you hit them that like, share, and subscribe button. And what it do, what it is, what have y'all doing, folks, back in the game. My friend might kill me on Facebook because I stole her catchphrase, but love you anyway, friend. My Facebook friend, all my Facebook friends. We here back in the dirty South, like the boys Goody Mop said. What you know about the dirty South? No, the dirty South, home of, see who we got. Home of Petey Pablo, people like Sunshine Anderson, Anthony Hamilton, Goody Mob, Outkast, UGK. See who else we got. You know, I ain't just saying strictly North Carolina people. Y'all probably like Stingray. Not all of them from North Carolina. I meant the dirty South in general, from ATL to Texas to Kentucky. A music fan, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Easy E, all the way from the B-boy era to the 90s, 80s, early 2000s. Busta Rhymes, all them. X Exhibit, E40, two underrated rappers, man. I feel like E40 and Exhibit don't really getting the props that they need, that they deserve, because they pioneered that West Coast style too. So much of them. I'm a big wrestling fan, a big comic book fan. Oh, everything great. Just showing love. Everything great, random woman. Y'all doing good on John Jada Analysis Show. I'm a big music fan. I love all rock and roll, rap and metal, hip hop. So I had to give props to the Dirty South rapping too as well. But shout out to Goody Mob, man. They gave us cell therapy, soul food. Goody Mob actually make y'all think, but this I love how they combine it like I'm doing on YouTube. North Carolina, where is it? Hold up, I gotta do it. Take your shirt off, twisting around your head, spinning like a helicopter. Yep, North Carolina, country boy all day. Shout out to but yeah, I'm like Goody Mob, man. I'm mastering like every time I listen to Goody Mob, how they hit you with the fun stuff, then they hit you with knowledge. So I'm mastering that with my YouTube. I'm hitting you with the fun stuff, then I'm hitting you with knowledge. David Banner, another Dirty South representative. You know, Dog, yep, North Carolina all day. Oh, shout out to Phil Mob, man. And see who else? Crime Mob, who gave us Georgia. Yeah, boy. Outcast, them my boys too, man. Outkast was really put the South on the map. UGK started it, Outkast elevated, then Pete Pablo went to a whole nother level. The baby's doing pretty good, you know. Shout out to the baby, you know. But yeah, well, Outkast say, what you know about the dirty South? Know how to keep it fresh like cornbread up in here. That's it. Oh yeah, T Pain, man. I forgot Tallahassee Pain. You know, he was doing. Boy, T Pain was killing with them hooks in the early 2000s, man. Then he went broke. Then he got back up. Yeah, Outkast gave us, who's that buzz? Everybody move to the back of the bus. We the kind of people that thought these. So, man, Outkast gave us so many classics, man. That ain't fun. Nothing against people. I'm strictly talking about the dirty South outside of people I named for right now. Just a hip hop talk, dirty South edition. But yeah, see who else on Goody Mob, man. They bring that a new kind of style too from the South. See who else we got. Yeah, it was cracking folks. Crack a lacking. Told you. Bringing that 2009 style back. But shout out to Big Crit, man. Big Crit is killing it with them flows. He killing it in the underground. I feel like Big Crit ain't getting the props he deserved. I guess he ain't going commercial. Because people sleeping on Big Crit, man. If you don't think he got bars, listen to all the songs. Just type in Big Crit on your laptop, iPhone, computer, and see what else you got. Whatever it is. And tell me Big Crit don't got bars, man. But he refused to sell out and do that commercial stuff. No. Dirty South on the fried chicken, cornbread, greens, pinto beans, and all that. Like Bun B said, I love being from the South. Man, rest in peace, Pimp C, man. I had to do that content on him last week, man. After looking at all the content, all the things he had to say, that motivated me, so I had to give him props. I might not be from Texas, but I still give him props. 3 6 Mafia changed the game. They had that Dr. Every style, that the evil stuff, if you want to say. In the early years, they adapted to doing party stuff, and they club bangers are crazy, man. Sipping on some sisters. Project Pat, you my dude, man. Hope one day I'll be like Thorough Columbia and get the interview, as it would say, Project Pat good. And shout out to Project Pat just for getting Crazy Bone to do a song with him. Cause Bone 3 6 Mafia had a little beef back then, but that's squashed. They cool. DJ Paul, you my man. One of the best DJs out there. DJ Manny Fresh held it down for the South. Man, Manny Fresh slept on, man. He might not have been considered the best rapper, whatever you consider the best rapper is, but I thought he was decent. He one of the best beat makers because he killed them beats. See, Virginia's own Timberland killed them beats. But shout out to Dirty South on Missy Elliott for freaking changing the game up. She had videos you ain't never, you have never, and will never see done before. Her videos are always unique and fun and amazing, but she killed it though. And plus, she got a style that can never be duplicated or imitated. Even Lil Wayne says she was one of his influences. It's Lil Wayne. So he didn't go. I like the interview. I seen it on, I think, TikTok or either Instagram. He didn't go the stereotypical way as people probably would want him to have. Not say you can't. You have to mention Missy Elliott, but it's cool that he did. But yeah, man, Missy changed the game. I don't care what no one say. Nothing against the Nicki Minaj's or Cardi B's, but Missy was on a whole nother level. Yep, from North Carolina. Country boy. Yep, North Carolina. Shout out to Mr. Beast for also repping us North Carolina YouTubers. Shout out to No Life Shack. Even though you represent South Carolina, but it's still the Carolinas. You know, shout out to him. Yeah, Dirty South, man. Bun B, Pimps. Oh yeah, 8 Ball, MJG. Fat Mac. I forgot what MJG nickname is. Who represent Tennessee. What you know? 8 Ball, MJG. Oh yeah, Dirty, who represent Alabama. Much love to them. Much love to the Bama. Oh yeah, Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy had them hits now. Y'all better not sleep on Pastor Boy. Pastor Troy, I meant to say. And then he got together with my boys, Cool Joe and Timo from Goody Mob when they had the little lumberjack group. I didn't know about that. I got to start listening to that. That's like when Goody Mob kind of split up for a little bit. When Big Gip did his solo stuff, CeeLo did his solo stuff, Cool Joe and Timo did their solo stuff. But I got to listen to that lumberjack album. Timo and Cool Joe and Pastor Troy. Man, the mob got that good. Then Phil Mob did good. Unfortunately, they had a little split from Ludacris. Man, that sucked because I was rooting for them. They still cool. They had Georgia and songs like that. Then you had my boys, my boys and my girls, Crime Mob, and gave us Nuck if you buck. I like when that dude say throwing bows like Johnny Cage, classic. And that same time, Mortal Kombat Deception came out back in 2004. Man, then they kind of like split up. Diamond was pretty fine. There was some cute chicks in Anfield Mob. I mean, cool Crime Mob. Then see who else we got. Oh yeah, Lil White with 3 6 Mafia. He was cool. Power Wall. I don't got a grill, but yeah. Let me see your grill. That comedian. That's my hero, man. He showed you can be a smart, intelligent black man without being a stereotypical hood person. Nothing against hood people. I'm just saying he don't fit the stereotype. So shout to comedian there, a brilliant businessman. If you don't believe me, look at his content. He know his business very well. Oh yeah, we back. But yeah, Mike Jones. I like Mike Jones and Paul Wall, but Chameleon there was my favorite. Oh yeah, Slim Thug. I forgot Slim Thug. No, I like Paul Wall, Mike Jones, and Slim Thug, but Chameleon there was my favorite. I guess I could relate to him the most. Being kind of the nerdy black guy. But Chameleon there, very smart, intelligent man. Then you got oh yeah, Plies, coming from Miami. Especially like I think it'd be like 2006 era, 2007 era when the Miami people start really getting recognition through Rick Ross, Mr. Everyday I'm Hustling. Who you think you sucks? I am the boss. Right on, right. That's Rick Ross. So he's bringing Miami out there, especially with DJ Khaled, Mr. We Taking Over, and also my boy, but Thesis Mafia started really bringing Tennessee out there with when Hustle and Flow came out in 2005, with it's hard out here for a pimp, all them good songs like that. Then that gave like a birth predator to Young Buck. And the G Unit still was popping too though. But it gave Young Buck some more exposure. They gave a birth predator to 8 Ball and MJG representing Tennessee. All of them. Then Texas, was getting more exposure to it. Chameleon there. UGK got more exposure. Power Wall, Slim Thug, the 2004, 2005 era, the era of the grills and the spinners. See, you know, Power Wall was having the grills. I think Gene was having the spinners. Power Wall and them with the grills and everyone. Even though grills been out, but how like when you get more publicity, you start really getting more exposure. Or get to reintroduced to the new audience and the new crowd. And then then the Miami scene, especially when Lil Wayne moved to Miami, that really blew up. Then DJ Khaled, who we the best? DJ Khaled came out in the mix. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Randy Woman and Carol. I appreciate you too. Love and kisses to you as well. Man, I appreciate the love y'all giving me. Oh yeah. I ain't know it was that obvious. I think you the first person that really caught on to the fact I'm from North Carolina, and plus with the mannerisms. But yeah, North Carolina baby all day. You know. Oh yeah, you think you you think my accent was strong now? You should hear me like last year when I did it, Axism and people like that. They heard like the real deep country accent. Cause sometimes you hear this accent, but when I get deep into it, that country accent, like how you doing, man? That kind of accent to come out. But yeah, North Carolina. Yeah, true, true. Yeah, yeah. Enough kakalaki all day. We here. True. Yeah. I ain't gonna say my clothing style necessarily in North Carolina, but you can tell the accent and mannerisms is from North Carolina. Yeah, I think because you would have known if I was from New York. I put like Brooklyn, son, New York all day. Cali, I can't really imitate the Cali accent yet. But I know the New York, and I'm like, yeah, son, get my mom's. Because I got a friend came from New York. He say like New York stuff, and I had to get used to it because their slang is different than us North Carolina, than us North Carolinian slang. Because he'd be like your mom's, or he'd be like B.O.B. or your man's. That's one of the ones I know he's from New York before he told me. Because they be like your man's stuff. North Carolina, we be like that there, things like that, we'll say. Or ain't you, or y'all, you know. Well, y'all, I think that's other states too, but we say y'all also here in North Carolina. But I like hearing Atlanta people talk, especially Atlanta YouTubers. Their accents be pretty cool. Then, I was listening to La Chat, because you had 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs verse. And I started to catch on, like, I could tell a little bit, like, the Memphis, because he was saying music. See that, because, we say music, but he was saying music. But I ain't saying all Tennessee people say it, but I started to catch on how, like, they got different slangs. Because Project Pat, his slang, well, his slang a little bit more West Coast since he been in California for some time, but as far as like La Chat, Project Pat, no, 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 take it back. Project Pat, La Chat, and Juicy J, you can still, and Crunchy Black, they still got a lot of that Tennessee accent. DJ Paul is the one of he still got the Tennessee accent, but it's a little bit of that West Coast accent kind of too, since he been in the West Coast for some time. True, true, I am. Yeah, I've been studying a lot from these other YouTubers and stuff. But shout out to my man, Big Boy, man. He got a new artist, man. I gotta check out some of their songs. I'm mad for Big Boy Outcast, baby. Cause Andre 3000, he done left the music. He ain't really rolling with the music industry no more. I hate that happened, but Andre felt like he wanted to do it. But Big Boy still keeping the music, still in the music industry. You know, and Big Boy got a good taste in music, so he gonna find a lot of good artists, and that's pretty awesome. Boy, I think DJ Power, he got another song, another. I forgot who it was, but I was seeing on Instagram he about to produce another album, or he already got it done, so that's gonna be dope, man. Man, DJ Power, he ain't playing with the producing there. He getting the job done. I think it's the game, the latest one he producing uh, beats for. You know, that's gonna be awesome, man. I gotta check that out. I love DJ Power. He, me and him we both like horror movies and toys or action figures. He got the whole action figure collection is pretty dope. Shoot, yeah. Oh yeah, my boy Petey Pablo. I follow him on Instagram. He got some hits about to come out. He been making business moves, man. And that's gonna be good too. And that's good for North Carolina. We got the baby, but no, just as long as baby stay out of trouble, man. Cause baby, I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't be having all that money and fighting people. I'm worried about making that money. Us, I ain't judging the baby, but you gotta lay off that fighting stuff. You know. But no, the baby cool. Hold up. Yeah, D baby, because you got a little baby from Atlanta. But yeah, so it's good to be a North Carolina entertainer right now. You know, Ric Flair, he been getting publicity again, so that's good for us as North Carolinians. That's pretty dope. He trying to get back in the ring. I hope for one night only. I don't know who the opponent gonna be, but he been practicing. I seen on Instagram. Then, cause you got a doggone. It might be Jay Lethal. Then Matt and Jeff Hardy. They represent North Carolina over there in AEW. Shout out to AEW Wrestling for giving our North Carolina hometown heroes a chance. You know, now the hardest to say they've been in WWE, TNA, and now AEW. So, yep, we got it. So that's good for us. Mr. Beast holding it down for North Carolina. So that's awesome. I'm like, yeah, man. We just need them to keep that momentum going for YouTubers like me from North Carolina. And there's a couple other North Carolina YouTubers. We just don't need none of our North Carolina hip. We don't need no hero from North Carolina. We don't need them to get in no kind of trouble. Like, yeah, choo choo. Hold up, hold up. All right, there we go. But yeah, man, it's looking good. We just I cross my fingers. Hope everyone stay out of trouble. All the celebrities I done mentioned, because North Carolina getting some more publicity again. They shot the movie The Hunger Games in North Carolina. Then we got like a couple other legends. There's another movie I forgot because we was talking. I remember talking about it like back in 2017. I forgot the name of the actor, but I gotta go check it out later on. I could, no, I could check his name out, but he shot like a werewolf movie here in North Carolina. Clay Bixby, I think is it. He also did like a rock roller movie. It was like a horror movie about a crazy rock roller. Clay Bigsby. Ah, crap. Clay Bigsby. Let me make sure I said his name right. Ah, man, that's it. Clayton Bigsby. We ain't talking about the character from Dave Spell. But yeah, Clay Bigsby, man, he did a lot of cool stuff from North Carolina. I think 2011 or 2001, American Odyssey, one of the movies was shot here in North Carolina way back before I was born. Cause like it was an old abandoned plant. Cause they was trying to do the underwater scene with a camera from what the guy from one of these guys I met at the local college was explaining to me. So they needed that didn't work. So they did like an abandoned mill or something. I think abandoned nuclear power plant or something like that. And they filled the water up there and they did half the scenes right there. North Carolina got a couple movies under our sleeves. We ain't like Hollywood. We might not got that many, but we got some. I think Joanna Man, they shot half of that. I know they shot that in North Carolina, of course, because the characters, because the fictional team was called the Charlotte Banshees, I think. Talladega Nights, Ballad of Vicky Bobby was shot here in North Carolina, so that was pretty cool. And I want to say it was another show or movie. I can't really remember right now, but oh, the Andy Griffin Show. Can't forget that. That was shot here in North Carolina, the Raleigh Durham area. When I mentioned Raleigh and all that, Don Knotts, Andy Griffin, and all the other. Oh yeah, Ron Howard. All being here in North Carolina doing that movie. Of course, no, Ronnie Howard made a guest appearance. Well, Ron Howard's brother made a guest appearance, so technically he visited North Carolina. I think Jack Nicholson might have been in the episode. So if he was, and or it might have been another show. So he visited North Carolina if that was him in the episode. So really, Shout out to rest in peace to the cast that's not with us from the Andy Griffith Show because that really put us on top of the map as far as like entertainment wise. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, man, there's so much history here. But yeah, let's get back to Southern music, man. Remember '95? Well, I was 4 years old, but '95 when Outkast was on at the Source Awards, man. That was dope, man. That's like doing the Midwest, I mean East Coast West Coast beef and all that. But Outkast, that won that award, man. Supercalifragilistic. That long title, that one song. Then it had Aquemini, Gemini. Then it had Stank on Ya. Then it had like Speak About Love Below, man. All them albums did good. I don't know exactly how much they sold, but them albums sold a lot, man. So that was pretty cool for us in the South, man. Because Outkast really was like one of a kind of. I don't know. They just can't be matched. I say that. Clay Bigsby, but yeah, Outkast. Forget I can't find his name, but yeah, and Outkast was. Uh, words can't describe how amazing they was, man. They wordplay was something else, man. Man, they was fools that wordplay, and then they put Goody Mob on there, which they put C-Bone on there, Slim Cutter Calhoun, whole Dungeon Family. Dungeon Family is like the dirty south version of the Bad Boys and doggone Death Row, man. Do y'all research younger people? Well, I'm young, I'm 31, but the younger ones, especially ones from South, do y'all research? How you think all them made it? They studied from the rappers before them of how to make the money, how to have the formula, and how to rap, and how to get a fan base. That's why ain't nothing wrong with the younger rappers studying from the older ones, and the older ones studying from the young ones. That's what we're supposed to be, not divided. Work together. And there's so many stuff. I'm not even rapping. I'm learning from all these rappers. Even like Sakumo D. And I was never born in New York at that time. But the Ghetto Boys is. I know a little bit about them. Starting to learn. Shout out to Scarface, man. I love Willie D and Bushwick, but Scarface I think was really one of my favorite. He was my favorite out the group, man. Cause he had that cool raspy voice, man. He was cool. Thank you to my new subscriber. But yeah, man, I was just like, man. I was listening to a lot of old school music earlier today, so that's what idea came from to talk about it today. Cause without me doing that, I wouldn't have had no content for the day. I'm a music fan, so I could talk about music all day. Music, wrestling, that just come naturally. I could tell y'all content things after things about music and wrestling without struggling. I don't have to do that much watching it. Now the other stuff like comedy, well, comedy come in third, and the comic books I can too. But man, there's so many things I got planned to talk about music. I might just do talk about music. Well, I'm going to talk about music this whole week. So keep watching my content this week. It's gonna be strictly music, and it's gonna still be some educational stuff in my porch talk. It's so many things I done absorbed this just in one day that I could give to y'all for this rest of this week about music. That's how I get my creativity when I listen to my music, man. I was looking back, like how T Pain just he was killing it. He was in everyone's hits. You know, man, he really one of the pioneers. Helped really put Florida out there. But we know Uncle Luke really started. He went him and two live who went to Florida. I think from California. But I don't know his history like that. But then that really helped the Florida style and everything in Florida. Then people like T Pain them elevated it, man. But let's get back to the Outcast, man. Oh, AT Aliens, man, Outkast had so many creative album covers. Man, it's a golden, and they songs just ahead of their time. Some people say Big, I love Andre 3000, but I like Big Boy a little bit more. I mean, cause his rhyme pattern was just dope, man. Andre's was good too. I mean, like especially like what the, you gotta get up, yeah, you gotta get up, get out, get something. Cause no Big Boy can flip it and turn and rap fast if he want to. Now, don't get it twisted, man. See who else can. Andre can rap fast too now. But yeah, no. Then Goody Mob came in with no soul food, gave us cell therapy and soul food. Also as a then they gave us beautiful brown skin. Then they gave us a still standing. You know, you know, just amazing, man. Them brothers had different styles, because Kuja had that groggy in your face style. Timo had that more less aggressive style, but it's still aggressive. CeeLo had Big Gip had that smooth style, and CeeLo just had that singer harmonizing style, and they all work together, man. And them beats are iconic, man. Then you got a Soldier Boy from Atlanta. He changed the game. He really brought back. He really brought that whole dance era. I know some people that from the generation before didn't really understand it, but he did his thing. Man, he gave he didn't really do that gangster stuff. He really gave you that dance stuff like crank that. Well, no, crank that Batman with someone else. But that really motivated everyone to start doing crank that Batman, crank Spider Man, crank all that. That was dope though. And he really was the first rapper to really put rappers on, like far as like being on the internet with MySpace. Yeah, I probably went above a lot of other people's heads. 'Cause half y'all was probably just now born when MySpace came out. I think 2007, 2006, or 2005. It might have been 2005 MySpace first came out, but yeah. But no, he an entrepreneur, He did it, He really put it on, like, causing him, like, rappers being on, like, MySpace and all that. Man, that motivated me, man, to be a trendsetter. See who rest in peace, Pimp C, man. But I wish Pimp C was live now, boy. He probably at the full boy on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, all that. But in a good way, how unique he was. I could see Left Eye if he was live. She probably at the full too on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and all that, and YouTube. But yeah, Bun B was awesome. The Pimp C was smart brother though, pretty cool. Everything he was every song you put him on, he attached his name to was a hit. Man, Pimp C was awesome. It's someone else. Well, shoot, we talk about Petey Pablo, man. I love people. He got his Freak Elite, North Carolina. Then did the remix, with Timberland on it, because Timberland was killing the beats for him too. He had kind of like that. I ain't gonna say a fast style, but it was like semi-fast style. But he kind of had like a tongue twisting style, like a speedy style too. Then Ludacris really had the fast-paced style from the South, you know. Then Ti, he didn't start that fast-paced style. I think it went to 2007, when because Ti wasn't known for rapping fast, so like later on, so Ti did pretty good. Then doggone, Man, yeah, man, there's so many trendsetters, and plus, I'm gonna have to get deep into this, cause it's some more Dirty South rappers that you gonna be like, dang, ain't no Stingray know about 'em. People forget Spice One was originally born in Texas, and DLC was originally born in Texas, but no, they are well known as West Coast rappers, but they originally was born in the South. You know, I know for a fact Spice One, if I ain't mistaken. No, I take it back. MC8. Let me phrase it. MC8 was born in Texas, and I know DLC. I think was born in Texas because I heard him say it. But but they're gonna be considered West Coast since they've been there longer. I ain't, I ain't learned that till like I think. Well, DLC, I think I learned that this year. Spice One, I think I learned like 5 years ago, or probably like 15. But yeah, but let's talk about man. Ludacris is underrated, man. I know the younger people that's younger than me only knew him for Fast and the Furious in the movies, but the ones that's in their early 30s like me know him from rapping. He gave us what's up, fantasy, roll out, we bout that, me and my homies. With the iconic cover from Word of Mouth, which was pretty cool. Then he cut off the hair, got his hair cut, and came out back out in 2006 with dang, I forgot the name of the album, but 2003 he had like Chicken and Beer. But he gave us When I Move, You Move, just like that. In 2005, he gave us the Red Light District. So come on, what gets swung on? Song like the Nick Nat, Patty Wax still got the biggest set. He gave us all that. So I'll give him props to Doodle because, as he would say, Luda, Ludacris, give me that dunk ass, duckies. Luda man, Luda a smart man. He moved from rapping to doing movies. Congratulations to Ludacris. I think he graduated this year. I think he got his master's or something. Man, Luda. Oh, the Yin Yang twins, man. We can't talk about the South without mentioning the Yin Yang twins. I mean to say, really, the originator. I think they're the inventors of crunk. It's either them or Little John, but no, Yin Yang twins, man. Them jokers are like me, boy. Crazy. When that interviews, cause they interviews be funny, but they be dropping knowledge, man. Let's go click Yin Yang twin interviews, man, and see the most recent ones. No, them brothers, no, they really are the innovators of crunk. You know, it might be Three Six Mafia. I don't know about it. Now I gotta go with Yin Yang, but Three Six Mafia elevated crunk though. But really it had to be in between. I think it was Yin Yang twins, then Lil Jon, of course. Man, there's so many people from the South that have elevated so many different styles and so many different things, man. It ain't funny. That's why I'm glad I listened to all them hits today. I went from, I was in my old school music. Man, I'm gonna have a lot of good content this week for you. So be checking it out. 12 o'clock, of course, in the morning. And of course, check out my morning times porch talk. I couldn't do it on the porch this morning because it was wet. So I just rode my bike and dropped some knowledge. But yeah. Oh yeah, shout out Mr. OKKK, Little Scrappy. Little Scrappy might not be considered the best lyricist, but Little Scrappy did get you dancing. So even if he wasn't a lyricist, or what people would call a lyricist, whatever your definition is, he got you dancing. He got everyone in the club dancing, so I give him credit for that. Goody Mob got you thinking. Little Scrappy got you dancing, and Yin Train got you crunking, and the Yin Twins got you crunking. Lil Dry got you crumping, and Petey Pablo got you wild. Ludacris got you spinning like a tornado, and Outkast got you in outer space like an alien. Let me see. But yeah, man. And your recipes the kids lost their lives in that shooting. You know, this senseless violence gotta stop, but they gone but not forgotten. Let me see. After this, I'm gonna have to do some more research on some more old school Dirty South rappers. I might do a two-part series about Dirty South rapping today and tomorrow. If I don't do Dirty South tomorrow, I'm of course gonna do some rapping. You know, with some subjects on some rapping. I'm gonna come up with something now. Let me see. Aha. Man, oh yes, past street. I mean, past street. Past Troy had them bars too, man. I love that song where he sang about Goldberg's thing. And even Goldberg the wrestler like it. I didn't know Goldberg really listened to rap. Even if he didn't listen to rap, you know, that's pretty amazing. You can get Goldberg to brag on your song. And he sampled Goldberg's theme on it and made it hot. We made it into a rap song that was very dope. Man, that was awesome, man. I like that. That was fun. But I like vice versa, that was cool. And he said, what do you think him was selling our cash shit? Say, then he had like, we ready for y'all. We ain't ready. Sit down with the past priest. You know, man. I mean, they played this songs in North Carolina like in the early 2000s, like 2001, 2002, 2003. You know, our local football games, well, high school football games. That was dope, man. Of course, you know they played our national anthem, "Raise Up." People be sleeping on Pastor Troy now. Hey, don't think just cause he ain't mainstream no more, he ain't got hits, man. He still got them songs. You know, he more. I think he more underground now. But Pastor Troy wasn't nothing to play with, man. Y'all better listen to Pastor Troy's music. You know, he held his own. AJ, you know, he one of the first wrestlers. I mean, wrestlers, but rappers that really start wearing the wrestling belts and boxing belts in his videos and in person. You know, he made that style iconic in the rap game. You know, he a trendsetter. The fact that he's doing that, you know, he made it cool to wear the wrestling belts and stuff. Of course, Outkast and Goody Mob was known for having that unique clothing style. Petey Pablo was known for getting spin your head, shirts around your head. Scarface got to work with man Tupac. Smile for me, that was cool. Even Kurt Franklin like said that in that I smile, smile for me. Why don't you smile for me, man? I ain't gonna sell too much. I'm saving the rest for tomorrow. But that was my Dirty South. That was my music talk for the night. Come back this week, whole entire week. We start back talking back about music, man. This got me like so many views next to my comedy, so I'm sticking with my. I'm still talk about wrestling, but my two focus now is comedy. Well, three focus: comedy, knowledgeable consciousness, and rapping. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna mix them all together. The comedy, conscious rapping. But yeah, come back tomorrow. Tell your friends about me because we're gonna do some more hip hop talks. Drop this dirty south knowledge and this music knowledge on y'all. Peace, love, and God bless.